Good evening, combat sport fans. This is the Fighting News Live TFN Sanity on Thursday night, June 17th. How are we doing tonight, Steve-O?
What's up there? What's up there? A little early today, but, we have to work around a bunch of people's schedules. So we're coming to people live tonight to talk about what, Matt?
Right. We can start anytime we want here because there's no, it's our station. So we can do whatever we want to. People can watch later. They can rewind. They can fast forward. They don't have to listen to everything.
That's right. So
what are we talking about? We're going to be talking about Bkfc 18 in a little bit with Hector Lombard. And but before that, we just want to mention that on Saturday night, the Fighting News team is going to be at the Miami Doubletree Hotel, looking at the title fight night with Harold Calderon. I think there are 3 or 4 title fights on the line that night. Right. Melissa Parker's on it. And understand she just got a new opponent. She's no longer fighting Venom Rodriguez, which was a fight I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
I don't know how that fell apart or what happened there. But hopefully we'll get the scoop from Melissa on that. Her new opponent is someone who's a little more seasoned, a little more experienced, but it's also more of a journeyman or a journeywoman. Would you call her?
The woman.
Yeah.
Journeywoman. Yeah.
She's still a journey.
Also, that's Signature Punch Boxing Promotions.
Correct.
And they have the main event, undefeated.
Undefeated. So that means he's never lost.
Never lost.
Harold King Calderon.
Harold the King Calderon. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to him. Also on that card is Gaspard Pierre. Sweet feet. Love that guy. Always just keep missing him. Been wanting to attend one of his fights in person for a while now. Either his fight's getting canceled, his opponents are pulling out. He's just one of those guys. Or I wasn't able to make it for some reason, but we'll see you Saturday. And
yes.
And
so
then
I wasn't finished with Harold.
Oh, go on, please.
Thank you. So Harold, undefeated Harold King Calderon takes on Javanis. Is that how you pronounce?
I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce his name.
Javanis Barza for the IBO Intercontinental Welterweight title. So we got a belt on the line there.
Right. For the IBO. And Melissa's fight is for the IBO, I think Bantam or Super Bantamweight belt, one of those.
That's right. So this is good stuff. And it's at it's at the
Miami
hotel.
Doubletree
International.
Correct. And it's a big fight for Harold. It's a big, in terms of his career, it's another belt for him. He was getting up there in the rankings. I think the WBA had ranked him. He was in the top 15. So he's moving up, and we're happy for him. We've been watching him fight for a long time now. He's a
long time
Miami favorite,
So they wanted us to say that the tickets for the Title Night 2 can be purchased at signaturepunchtickets.com. They also have a pay-per-view, only $29.99, can be purchased at signaturepunch.tv. And if you want any more information, signaturepunch.tv. Check them out. It's going to be a good, $30 to watch this on is nothing for this great fight card.
Right, and the up and comers on the card are going to be worth following. Also, Gaspard Pierre, all right, a top amateur. Same thing with them Henry boys. Either one or both of them is headed for good stuff in their careers as well. They're both phenomenal. They're both very tall, lean for their weights, and they're good fighters. So we're looking forward to seeing them as well.
That's right. That's what we're gonna do.
what other news do we have coming up? What other events are we attending?
Yes. So we have at the end of the month, the 24th, 25th, and 26th is the Florida Golden Gloves.
Correct.
And
Palm Beach Boxing.
Palm Beach Boxing. And if you guys are still interested, I don't know. We said maybe they might have some spots left, but they're filling up fast. And that's always a great event.
Right. Fighters, coaches can register, go onto their Facebook page or call up Palm Beach Boxing and get your fighters registered, get yourself registered, and earn a chance to win a gold medal, the Golden Gloves.
Golden Gloves.
What about Titan FC? When's that coming to town, Steve?
So we have also Titan FC. They have an event coming up at the Continental. It's the July 2nd.
July 2nd.
Yes.
Okay.
They have a title fight coming up on that. Assis versus O'Shea, middleweight world title. And believe it or not, they're up to their 70th event. Which,
right. Titan FC 70. That's
yes,
huge.
which, not too long ago, maybe a year and a half ago, was the Florida MMA Awards, and they were up, to like 59. So, they're doing like a show every other month, every month. I mean, it's crazy how active they are.
The last one was in the Dominican Republic, so unfortunately, we're not able to go to that. We should go to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah. So so we have that.
Then we also got Glenn Johnson's July 10th, Road Warrior Promotions. All right, that's going to be a good event also. That's July 10th coming up. And look, also this weekend, if you're not going to go to local fights, stay home and watch the ESPN card. Watch Naoya Inoue, who, in my opinion, is the best pound per pound fighter. And I think in a lot of people's opinion, give him another year or two, the guy is just phenomenal. He's got a great style. I love watching him fight. And he's going to put on a show. He's a headliner on the 19th out there in Las Vegas. And Michaela Meyer is also fighting that night. So she's going to be moving up. And that's going to be an exciting night. So there's
all right. So without further ado, Matt, roll it off.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There he is.
There he is.
This man is no introduction in the South Florida audience or perhaps the world. He's one of the most exciting, most violent, athletic, ass-kicking fighters that there is. Mr. Hector Lombard. How are you, Hector?
What's up?
What's happening?
What's going on?
What's happening,
How are
guys?
you?
Let me see if my train is here.
Okay, what are you doing? You waiting for an Uber? Can you hear us?
Dile Mateo, I'm outside. It's too loud.
Too loud outside?
Dile Mateo que estoy afuera, que es muy loud.
What gym you in now, Hector? All right. Can you hear us?
What's happening?
What's going on?
You guys got me at the gym. I'm about to train.
You're about to train. All right. Let's go.
I'm doing this only for you guys.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate
Nice.
it.
We definitely appreciate it. So how's it going? How's training camp going?
Everything's going good. We're ready to go.
Yeah,
How about
you're
you?
coming off a knockout in your last BKFC fight. What's your prediction for this one?
KO.
KO, no doubt about it, right?
Oncoming KO, baby.
What round? What round?
I would say it's gotta be early rounds.
Early rounds.
Yeah.
So like
One, two.
under 6 minutes.
It have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about the card, man? You got all your friends are on the card, you know?
Yeah. I can't wait. You know, I have a long history when it comes to Hard Rock. I fought at the Hard Rock twice for the I'm actually 2 times Bellator World Championship. I won my title there against Jerry Hess, and then I defend my title. I fought for the other season against Flamenco, and I won my second world title in Bellator.
Yeah. How exciting is it to fight at the Hard Rock?
I won 2 world titles in there.
Yeah. So this will be your third. This will be your third belt at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, can you hear us okay?
There, you know, but most important, you know, I'm gonna be fighting in front of the Cubans, Latinos. We gotta represent, baby. You know, it's funny because you know, I haven't seen a support like, you know, when you see Mexicans, they all crawling around and everybody gets super happy when they see Irish fans. They travel all the way to support. So Cubans, let's stand up now. Let's do it again, baby.
Yeah. How are the ticket sales going?
Let's go, Cuba.
Cuba, Cuba. All
Yeah.
right. You gonna come out with a Cuban flag?
I don't come with flags because to be honest, I find that a little bit like too much overboard.
Yeah.
But you know, we all know that I'm born in Cuba, so Cubans needs to represent.
For sure, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Cubans needs to represent, baby.
Oh yeah. So how's your training camp going?
It's going good. I've been training with Mateo, as you guys saw on videos and stuff. We just shopping the tools. We got a ton of guys fighting from my gym, so shit's gonna be good.
Right. And who are you doing most of your sparring with? Are you sparring with Joey Beltran or some of those guys?
Yeah, Joey's great. He is my trainer. I mean, you can shout out to my boy. So go ahead.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
what's going on?
Nice.
So listen, if we cut off, it's because I'm running out of battery.
That's okay. Mateo, BOXR.
That's right.
Mateo,
That's
my
right.
boy from down under. Listen, we all won. He knows I'm Cuban, Australian, and he has a lot of Cubans right now training at the gym. How many Cubans?
Damn, we got a lot of Cubans. We basically got nearly the whole.
The Cubans follow me. They follow me everywhere I go.
That's your fan base, man.
We got some great fighters coming out of the gym right now. It's a blessing.
How's Hector looking? How's he looking, Mateo?
He's looking as sharp as what I've ever seen. Like, I come from a boxing background, so for me, working with Hector and him coming from like the MMA background, just with his hands and us being able to click together while we're working, it's a great thing. And from us being at it every day for the last couple of months, the performance right now is just it's gone to a different level.
How do you see his performance? How do you see the fight going against Joe Riggs?
I give it the first or second round. You're gonna drop him.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Okay, you heard it. First or second round knockout.
Yeah, I don't think it will go any more than that. Just because, for Hector, and I think we all know this, coming coming from the combat world and watching him back in the days, and even up till now, like even at his age, to be able to do the things that he's doing, like being so explosive with his hands as a southpaw, which a lot of guys can't really do at the moment, and move and be so agile, it's pretty rare, you know. So I wouldn't say, like, even at his age, he's still got that spirit of a young fighter inside of him. It's coming out, you know. I work alongside a lot of fighters, and yeah, just working with a heavyweight like Hector, and even a cruiserweight like him it's crazy. He moves really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always impressed when I see clips of Hector sparring. Whether
you guys are no bias at all. You guys saying the truth. You know, through history, I've been running through a lot of bias media. They never give me the credit I deserve. But you guys, I like you guys because
I'm speaking the truth, man. I'm telling you, I can believe that you would have trouble finding people that want to spar you because your style is so it's evasive at one time, you know, defensively, and offensively it's different than anything they're probably used to. So I can see a lot of boxers not wanting to spar you, and you know, no one in their right mind, I would think, would want to get in there and spar you seriously. And I feel bad for anyone you're facing in bare knuckle, but you know, your style is so exciting, it's unique. And I think that's what's going to make it a great fight. You know, this one and every other one that you're in.
100%. Yeah.
So Hector, you signed a three fight contract for BKFC.
Yeah.
So this is the third. This is your last fight with them. Once you win the belt, then you got to start signing some more to defend it.
Yeah. I like the company. I like David Furman. So thinking to do that. Let's see what happens. You know.
Yeah.
But like I say, I like the company. I like David Furman, and you know, we gotta win. We gotta win next week, baby.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
It's locked in.
Tell them boys, Mateo.
It's locked in.
Look, Heck's gonna put on an amazing performance. I know that for a
fact. Tell them boys, Mateo.
For a fact.
Yeah.
Even just standing on the outside and working with him and holding the mitts and doing all that work, it's not easy catching a man like this with his hands coming out at you, you know. So it's gonna be great to see the work in the ring, you know.
Yeah, are you working out a couple times a day, Hector? Is this your night schedule? You working in the morning and then working out at night?
Yeah. You know, today we got a bunch of interviews, but we gotta go through it because
the fans want to see it.
Yeah. So BKFC has 4 title fights, Hector. 4. How do you see Luis Palomino versus Tyler Goodjohn? How
you know that's my boy. Even if he fight Gorilla, I gonna go for my boy. I can't go against that guy. How can you?
Yeah, Palomino, he's a favorite of ours too. You know, we've been watching that guy for a long time.
Besides he's a legend. He's a hell of a guy. You know, he's one of the few that keep it. What's happening?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah.
He's one of the few that keeps it the same way. You know, listen, I see a lot of clowns these days that they used to be nobodies, okay? Including Tyron Woodley and all these motherfuckers. I used to. So then back in the days, they used to call me the big dog and all that crap. And, you know, where are they now? People change, but he hasn't.
But he hasn't, yeah. And what about Thiago Alves and Yuli Diaz? What do you think about them? What do you think about that fight?
I mean, Uli's gonna have to step up on left. You know, Thiago Alves is being a legend, obviously in different sport. This is a new sport. Benaco is different sport than anything else. But he you know, how many fights he has, like 50 or something. It's being it's being in there with the best. Nevertheless, it's a different sport. I like Thiago. He think I don't like him, but I challenge him because I want to fight legends. I don't want to fight bumps, and he mad at me because I call him out. I mean, what the fuck you want me to do? We in the fighting game. I want to prove I'm better than you in the fight. No, in life, I want to prove that I can beat you in bare knuckle. Now, if he mad at me because that, okay, let it be. But I like Thiago. He's a nice guy, and he's a legend when it comes to MMA.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so are you. We're talking to a
Yeah, but
legend as well.
he mad because I call him out. What the fuck he want me to call? And nobody? I want to call a guy who's been done it so many times like I've done it. Everybody knows who Thiago is. How good is that? You're fighting a legend. Everybody knows who Thiago Alves is. I want to fight the guy. Give it to me. He doesn't want it. Okay, I understand that. I won't call him out again. I'll pass. I make my moves. I gotta got all the people in mind to call. And he's still hating.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's still hating. I don't know. I mean, I like the guy. That I want to fight him, that I wanted to fight at the time, yeah, why not? But nothing against him.
Yeah.
So, Mike, how you doing tonight? Mike is always late.
What's up, Mike?
I'm always just running around with shit to do.
He always
Mike is listening. What do you think about that? What do you think about me calling Thiago and wanting to fight a guy who is being a legend in the sport? Do you think it's that fair? Do you think what about if you would have called a nobody or somebody that doesn't make sense? Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares about that fight. A lot of people would have watched that fight between me and Thiago.
You're doing exactly what you should be doing, man. A true fighter calls out the best of the best. That's what you do. That's what people want to see. Why not make stuff like that happen? So that kind of leads me to the question I got for you. I mean, look, 205, you're trying to get that belt right now at 205. At that point, are you looking just trying to take on all the best fighters around that weight? Are you looking to maybe step up in weight, try to take on somebody like, I don't know, heavyweight champ like Beltran? Or what's the plan?
I don't get me in trouble with Beltran. I train with Beltran, good guy, we spar together, I gotta have nobody to talk to because everybody gonna hate on me. I like Joey.
Joey's your last friend in the gym, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. He's a very humble, very cool, very calm and cool and collected. Nothing but respect by the guy.
How do you see that fighting going?
I can't go against my training partners. He's been helping me. I help him. I like Joe in general. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I hope he wins, and I know he's gonna win. And I wish him only by the best.
So you're picking all four Miami boys to win.
That's right.
Who are the Miami boys?
Hector Lombard.
Okay. Who else?
Luis Palomino.
Luis Palomino.
Okay.
Joey lives here now.
Yeah.
Right? And Jake Boswick, right?
Uli.
Who?
Uli.
Uli.
Yes.
Who?
Yuli, monster.
Who is he?
Jake Buswick.
Yuli.
Julie.
Yuli. The Miami boys.
Yeah,
I
Jake
don't know.
lives here now, but he's from,
I know I'm taking my boy Palomino and Joey. I can't go against him.
All right. So it's gonna be a great show. BKFC 18. They're on their 18th show. You started this not too long ago. You were mentioning it to me that you got that Hector Lombard's coming to BKFC. No one believed it. You won your first fight. You won your second fight. You got your third fight coming up for a belt, and that's what we want to see. That's what everyone wants to see.
You guys taking over the whole control. You guys control the whole media. You guys become the shadow of Benaco.
That's right. We love bare knuckle.
You guys don't go anywhere. You guys stay here forever.
Listen, we're BKFC. That's what's
I
up.
know. I see you guys since day one. You've been
That's
there,
it.
done the hard work, and nothing but respect. Nothing but respect by you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, they're great shows, and like you said before, they're a great organization. You know, they put on good shows and good fights, and that's what people want to see. How can you go wrong?
So listen, Hector, look, you get your belt. You're ready to call out anybody you want. Forget the BKFC umbrella for a minute. You want to call people over to BKFC. Who do you want from the outside to come over to take them on inside?
Give me Tyron Woodley, man. Give me that bump.
Tyron Woodley.
He avoided me for too long.
Yeah.
I call him out. How many times we supposed to fight in the UFC? How many times he say no? How many times he say no? He ran away.
I don't know. How many?
I know. You asked Dana White. Google. How many times he say no? Google that. And now he's gonna take the fight at 190. He's gonna take the fight at 190 with J. Paul,
right,
which he's gonna lose. And people are gonna think I'm crazy, but J. Paul is gonna beat his ass, and then I gotta be waiting for him, in bare knuckle. How about that?
So you're saying Jake Paul is gonna beat Woodley? That's what you're saying? Because it's scripted that way? Because Showtime says so?
People misunderstand. Yeah. People don't know the guy has hands. People don't know the guy is strong. People don't know the guy is explosive. People don't know the guy can fucking fight. The guy is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
let's do an elimination tournament.
Yeah.
J. Paul, I believe J. Paul is big and strong and explosive and is good boxer.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm just telling you my facts. He's a good motherfucker athlete, period. Okay?
Jake?
In the combat sport, what dominates is how good you physically are. I don't give a fuck about anything else. If you're strong, explosive, hits hard, you got the rest. You got the rest. The guy has what it takes. And
okay.
he's gonna be Tyron Woodley, and I'm gonna be waiting after to be Tyron Woodley, and then I might fight Jay. And then I will retire after that. The money's gonna be great.
If Jake's involved, the money's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm working towards that.
Yeah. Well, let's make that happen.
Yeah. Why not?
Imagine that. I come up.
See it.
I set up my plan. I set up the goals. I said, like, you know what? I'm set to fight Tyron Woodley. Hopefully, Ben Ako can make that shit happen. I don't give a fuck. Even if I have to put money for Ben Ako to make that fight happen, and me don't get him paid, I gotta make that fight happen.
Let's go.
Then when I beat Tyron Woodley's ass, I will fight J. Paul.
That's a plan, and that sounds.
That is my fucking plan.
Good plan.
Would you rather fight Jake Paul in bare knuckle or boxing?
I would rather fight in bare knuckle, but obviously he won't fight me bare knuckle. He gotta go in boxing. Let's go and box. I box. I box.
Okay.
Yeah,
but Jay,
that would be great.
Listen, don't get it twisted. Jay is a motherfucker badass. I'm telling you. People think like the guy. I was telling a lot of people before that happened. J. Paul is gonna KO Ben Askren. Everybody was laughing at me. Oh, what are you talking about? They what? He did. I already was telling everybody like that's gonna be. Even my boy say first round KO. Didn't you?
Yeah. I said the same thing. Remember?
I know.
Yeah.
I have you on video.
I'm pretty much right with
I have you on video. And let me ask you, what round you predict J. Paul Woodley?
Damn, putting me in that space right now.
I would say number 3. 3 rounds.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's look. As soon as he knocks out anybody, then Jake Paul, his stock will go up, and then he'll be able to fight whoever he wants to. People start taking him seriously.
He's an alien. That guy's an alien. That guy is good.
I know. We got friends down in the gyms. We hear what he's doing down there. We hear who he's sparring and who he's giving a hard time to. We hear all that stuff. So they just got to put the right fight together and show it.
Well, that's the thing. They're bringing Jake Paul along, right? They got him doing this fight and that fight. His opponents seem to be getting better and better, more notable. Eventually he ends up fighting a guy like Hector. But that's the whole idea, right? Showtime's got a 3-fight contract with him. So he's going to fight Woodley for the first one. Second one's got to be better. The third one's got to be the best. He's got to take chances.
Yep. Yeah. All right, someone's breaking up here.
Who's Hector?
Yeah. Hector's got to get closer to the Wi-Fi.
So Hector, can you hear us? Yeah. Yeah, reception.
Hector, can you get closer, like inside, maybe to the Wi-Fi, wherever the Wi-Fi connection is?
I think it's loud. I think he said he wasn't going to go in.
Yeah.
All right, Hector. Last words for Joe Riggs, Bkfc 18.
Can you hear us?
He's going in. He's going inside.
Yeah.
Don't forget, because I
Yeah, no, I'd love to talk to Jake Paul one of these days and hear his experience training down in Miami with some of these guys and hear his opinion on what's going on, fighting more experienced people and all that, because he is giving some of these guys trouble. Some of these pros are up and coming. So,
Listen, and everyone's calling him out because they see like the potential for like superstardom. It's amazing. It's really like everyone's calling him out.
Well, he has so many followers that it's going to be a big payday for anyone who fights him.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing is, you got somebody like him, and obviously anywhere he goes, the money's going to follow behind, especially with a Showtime contract like this. So he gets his pick of the litter. I mean, I'm sure everybody wants to fight that guy because there's money behind it, like Hector's saying. But that's the whole idea, right? I mean, Jake's team is going to have to get behind him and say, this is the right fight for you, and this is why. It's not like he's going to take a chance on a fight that, he potentially could lose. I mean, he could, but he's not going to take a real big risk. So there must be something with Tyron Woodley that for some reason Jake's team seems to think he can get past him. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. He's not going to lose in his first fight on a 3-fight contract with Showtime.
Yeah. So I wanted to play the.
Well, he hasn't won a fight yet, So
I wanted to play the highlight reel of BKFC.
Well, hold on. What do you mean, Matt? Jake Paul hasn't won. You mean he hasn't won against a real opponent, or you mean he just won?
Against a real opponent?
Yeah. You wouldn't consider Askren worthwhile or worthy of having fought him in a boxing ring, right?
Not with the weight difference, and I don't know, Fight someone bigger, someone his size, Why? What do you think about that? You think that was every single person that I know who's in the business knew that Jake Paul was going to win, because Askren just has no hands. He's got no knockout, no power in his hands.
Let's just say he's getting a lot of those boxing experts behind him to help train him. The guys he fought so far in boxing. If he goes and he tries to fight like Hector, live at the Seminole Casino with 4 world titles on Sam Shoemaker.
Well, I can't hear what you're saying now because he's playing this thing.
crown a cruiserweight champ. Luis Palomino defends his lightweight title against Tyler Goodjohn. And Julie Diaz takes on Thiago Alves for the vacant middleweight title. It's BKFC 18, Saturday, June 26th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on the BKTV app. Download it now at bkfc.com.
So that was the BKFC trailer for the fight.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Steve. And they have some good interviews on their YouTube channel also. So if you're a fan of that, go check out BKFC's YouTube channel. They have some good promo stuff, some good interviews, some good behind the scenes. Anyway, Mike, what were you saying about Jake?
Yeah, I was just saying, obviously at this point he hasn't fought a boxer yet. He's got to step up and start fighting somebody better. So he's again progressively trying to find better opponents, better opposition in front of him.
Hector wants to come back in.
Okay, yeah. If you can hear us now. Nope.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So again, just saying, he's trying to fight better opposition. We're talking about Jake Paul trying to fight better opposition. They're not going to put him to lose in his first fight on a 3-fight contract with Showtime. So progressively, they're going to find better opponents for him, put on a show. They want to make it look like the threat of him actually getting hurt. He needs to start fighting boxers if he wants to call himself, an elite boxer. He's not an elite boxer at this point; just a novice boxer. He's just getting going.
Yeah.
So you get anybody else that comes into their pro career, and those boxers are going to be fighting 15, 20 tomato cans before they actually get in with real boxers, with boxing caliber before they start fighting for belts and so forth and so on. So Jake Paul is not fighting tomato cans, but I'm saying they're trying to push him along the fast track a little quicker, but he's not there at the point where he can start fighting elite boxers yet. But trying to find somebody that's going to step up to somebody like a Hector, that's great because he's got hands. And although not, self-proclaimed boxer himself, that's a great test to see what Jake Paul can actually do. If he can't beat Hector, how's he going to fight the elite boxers out?
Right. So, yeah. So he's still got a height and reach advantage over Woodley. I think it's the same thing is going to happen with him that happened with Askren.
What's up?
Oh, now you make sense. Now you make sense. Now you guys make a lot of sense. Before everybody were laughing at me, they said like, "Oh, you crazy? How the fuck are you gonna go against a YouTuber?"
Yeah,
that guy's being involved with Floyd Mayweather since he was a kid. This is what people don't understand. I know the sport and I follow the sport and I know the sport more than everybody else. They think I'm doing my own patents and my own. No. I'm following the sport too. And believe me, this is what I gotta tell everybody. This kid, you saw the video that I posted on my Instagram?
Didn't see it. Oh, we're losing you again.
Okay, go back to standing where you were just standing. Back there.
10 steps back.
All right, you're cutting out now. Go stand back where you were standing like 10 steps ago.
He's getting his road work while he's talking to us. He's training, man. He's always training.
Back where I was?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Oh
what about here?
Yeah, right there. Can you hear us?
But over there was good.
Yeah.
Over there in the bench was good.
Yeah.
Let me try again.
First came out. Yeah.
Stay there. Wait.
All right.
You guys gotta see.
Yeah, that's good right there. We can hear you. The video coming in.
Yeah. So Hector, so who do you idolize when you were growing up? And who's some of your favorite boxers?
Muhammad Ali always being my top of the top. I grew up watching Muhammad Ali, and not only because he was a great boxer, but he was what he had in here. It was what impressed me the most. He was super smart, And you know, you take a look at the stuff that he did in the history. You know, like he wouldn't be brainwashed by any man.
Yeah, the thing with him is, you know, he beat people that all the experts said he had no chance against. They said he had no chance against Sonny Liston. They said he had no chance against George Foreman. They said he had no chance against Frazier, you know, and he just found a way to beat all of them.
He was the best ever.
The best. The GOAT.
His charisma was the most impressive thing at all. Everybody copy what is, even till today. Everybody goes to the bank and post money with money, and everybody posts the shit that he did it before anybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who else do you like? Who else?
I like Shaquille O'Neal. I like Jordan.
Yeah. So those three are your idols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
What
nice.
about in the MMA world? When you were doing MMA, who'd you look up to?
MMA?
Yeah.
My favorite was Randy. I like Randy Couture.
Yeah.
And I also like Royce Gracie. He was the guy who kind of like opened my eye. One of the reasons why I started MMA, because he was such a small guy.
Yeah.
And he was beating all these heavyweights. I was like, fuck, I want to do that. I want to do BJJ.
Yeah.
And that's how I started doing BJJ. Same with Bruce Lee. I started, you know, watching Bruce Lee, and I'm like, I want to do that. So I was fighting kids in the street.
Yeah.
Because I would watch the movie of Bruce Lee, and then I would go and fight everybody.
That's what everyone did.
I wanted to use what Bruce Lee did to everybody.
Yeah. That's what we all did as kids. We'd see a Rocky movie or a Bruce Lee movie and want to go beat everybody up. You know?
Yeah, I had the shackles, you know, I want to beat him out with the sword or something. I want to do something. Something that Bruce Lee did in the movie. I was like, I don't want to do that shit.
Yep.
Some kid gotta pay. Some kids gotta pay up there. I don't care. I'm gonna make some kid pay.
Yeah.
Well,
how do you think Bruce Lee would have done in the UFC if he were alive? How do you think he would have done in mixed martial arts career?
I can't say, you know, like, because, you know, he didn't. He probably would have done good. He probably would have done bad, you know. Who would ever thought that a YouTuber who would shake the world?
Yeah.
Jay Paul is gonna shake the world. This kid is gonna shake the world.
he's taking over.
Mark my words, this kid is special. People think that kid is a joke, and they mistaking. What do you think?
Nice.
Look, I'm from a boxing
Dude, that
background.
shit is crystal. That motherfucker crystal. You cannot deny he's got a good job. You cannot deny he's got a good overhand.
It's okay.
But he's a good athlete.
I don't want to get into a fight with coach.
You don't want to get in a fight with Coach.
I don't want to
You know what? They both have a lot of drive also. That's what makes them successful, is they both have a lot of drive. You know, they built themselves up in business because they have drive. And if they use that same kind of drive in their training and all that, the sky's the limit. He's a good athlete.
And then something that I agree with everybody, that I agree with them, not with everybody. Something that I really agree with them. Jiu-Jitsu is harder than fight.
So I saw you at the Warriors boxing gym watching Tyson Fury do some workouts over there. How do you see that fight going, Hector?
I told my boy, I don't know about this fight. I don't know about this fight.
We spoke about this yesterday. Yeah.
We actually spoke about it, and I'm like, you know what? I've been watching both the guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been watching Fury, and I've been watching the other guy. The other guy is different guy. Wow. You don't have the wife around. That is a big plus. When you don't have your wife around, that's a big plus. So I'm like, man, I like that. He doesn't have the wife around, and he's got a good trainer now that kicking his ass. He's still sucking up to him. The motherfucker's telling him what to do, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a different fight this time.
Okay. And what's your prediction?
I won't say.
Mateo, what's your prediction?
I don't want to say either because, yeah, it's going to be a great fight. Just from the body language at the weigh-in. From was it yesterday the weigh-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mateo, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me lose a bet?
No, I haven't.
You never lost a bet?
When it comes to picking my fights, I still undefeated.
But
All
you
right.
haven't told us.
But you haven't told us. Right,
So you got to pick this one.
He doesn't want to say.
I won't say nothing.
All right.
Yeah,
Tell us
because
later.
Okay.
yeah.
I will keep it quiet.
All right.
All right. So,
All I know it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I would think might be the greatest heavyweight fight in history.
That's a big, bold prediction right there. But I got to agree with you that this fight is going to be one hell of a fight. It's not going to look like the last one. It's going to look a lot like that first one, and maybe even better. Wilder's coming in. He's no longer the champion. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's coming in as the underdog. He doesn't like it. That's why he was so quiet during that press conference. He's going to let his fists do the talk. He doesn't want to give away any of his game plan. And like you said, he's got a new trainer. He's doing things differently this time around. He's still going to have that weight disadvantage, but he's going to find a way to make it work to his advantage.
Yeah. You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
And let me ask you a question now because you sound very knowledgeable about fighting.
Yeah.
Who you got between Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley?
Well, see, we're going back to that again. Well,
I think Jake has a good chance. I think he's got a height advantage, right? Over Woodley.
Yeah,
He's bigger than him.
Who you got?
I got Jake in that.
I got 1 million.
Please. Mike, who you got? Mike,
well,
who you got?
I got Jake over Tyron Woodley.
Thank you. What about you, Mike? I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen enough of Jake to honestly make a real prediction exactly what his boxing skills look like. To me, he's just a novice boxer still making his way. We don't know how good he is. We don't know. Tyron Woodley, I honestly haven't seen a lot of his fighting MMA. I know he's got hands, but not as much as some other guys do. I think they're both going to have a chance to hurt each other. I really do. I think that's going to
be one of the easiest fights that Jake Paul ever had.
How big is Jake? How tall is Jake Paul? Is he 6'2" or something?
6'1", I think.
6'1", and Tyrone is what, like 5'7", 5'8", around there?
5'9".
5'9". Yeah, I got Jake, man. I think he's younger, he's hungrier, he's coming off the win over Askren. I think he's got everything going for him in that.
Yeah. That's what I was
I got over 1 million pay-per-view buys.
When we lost you there for a few minutes, I don't know if you heard what I was saying. That Jake Paul just signed a 3-fight contract with Showtime. They're not going to put him in there to lose on fight number 1. So his handlers, all those guys around him, know his capabilities to find a way to say he's going to be able to beat Woodley. They wouldn't put him in there otherwise. The last 6 years of Mayweather's career, they didn't put him in with anybody he could lose to. It was for a reason. Where he is right now in his career with Jake, with all the money behind him, everybody wants to fight him. So if he's got his choice of hundreds and hundreds of people, why pick Woodley? Unless you think you've got a distinct advantage over him. So, yeah, Jake Paul is going to win that fight. But I think, he's going to make it look
And then
good.
after I go for Tyron Woodley.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we do it at bare knuckle.
There you go.
Then Hector gets his wish.
Absolutely. And then Jake for the big money.
But here, like I said, we're already promoting you, man. We're already promoting the Jake Paul versus Hector Lombard fight here.
I like that.
Because
I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. Like I was saying before, he's stepping up his game. Jake is starting to fight people with better caliber. So what better than to fight somebody who's, you know, a multifaceted champion with different combat sports that still does not consider himself to be a proclaimed professional boxer. That's what Jake needs. He's got to put himself at levels with guys that know combat sports but don't distinctly say, I'm a boxing champion. You put him in front of somebody like you for the next fight.
I agree, 100%.
I do, you, my dude. I like you so much. Let's keep this guy on camera.
What did I say a month ago to you about Jake Paul?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's reasons behind it. It could sell. That's what I'm saying. The whole point is it could sell. It makes sense.
Makes
If
sense.
they're trying to aggressively bring Jake up, you know, and you get in there with your advantage. But the whole idea in their mindset is, okay, he's gonna get past Woodley, he's gonna get past Lombard, and then he's gonna fight one of the big, you know, megastar boxing champions. That's what they're thinking.
100%.
Right?
Makes
And that's
sense.
what they're selling.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. We'll see. So you got to get your belt, right? He's got to get past Woodley, and then you know you make some phones ring.
Yeah, it's a long way, but listen, there is nothing greater to visualize, talk about it, and then make it happen. Then things happen and nobody wasn't expecting shit, or nobody was dieting you, or nobody was kind of like saying like, "Oh, you're full of shit." There's nothing greater than set up your goal and make it happen.
Right. Yeah.
Love you guys.
That's what it is. It's hey, like I said, it's a level of progression. You know, they're trying to bring Jake Paul along quicker. You know, he doesn't have that luxury of being able to step in and just start out his career making like, you know, peanuts and fighting 15 tomato cans before he starts to progressively start stepping up. It's already right now. You know, he's already got that big fight contract. He already has to step into it quicker. Progressively, he's going to have to find guys that can get
and then go for it.
Yeah, they're going to have to see, you know, what he can't do when he's fighting Woodley to decide where they go from there. If he can handle Woodley, then he's going to have to take on something that's much stronger than Woodley, a bigger opponent.
That's it.
My finger going that way. This guy.
Let's go, baby.
That's
guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, we got you, man. Hey, best of luck to you in this next fight, man. We're going to be watching you. Get that belt, bring it home. We'll take a lot of pictures.
Last words, Hector. Last words for Joe Riggs.
Joe Riggs, I gotta fuck you up. Joe Riggs, I gotta fuck you up. You gotta beg me to not be in the ring with me.
Thanks, Hector.
All right, Hector.
Like I say, you guys are the real news. Real news. You guys
got that right.
That's right.
You know, you got all the clowns up there. They're so called. How you call them when they do interviews?
Bias.
No, but how you call them? Interviewers.
Podcasters.
So-called reporters. So-called who knows? And all they ask you is the same stupid question, including Ariel Luani. How are you feeling for this fight? How your preparation has been for this fight? None of you guys asked me that question. You know why? Because you guys are real.
That's right, Hector.
Yeah, and we already know what you're doing. You're training with Mateo down there, and
exactly. Why are you gonna go and ask me like, "Oh, how's your preparation is going?"
And Beltran's the only one that'll spar you. Everyone else is afraid to. You know, we know what's going on.
Exactly.
Thanks, Hector. Thanks, Mateo.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
All right, thank you, guys.
We'll see you.
Good luck, man.
So there you have it. Bkfc 18, which is my lucky number. I love that number.
Yeah.
June 26th at the Hard Rock. It's the first time they're going to have an event in a long time, live with live audience. It's going to be off the hook. All our Florida guys are going to be there. Yuli's fighting. Luis Palomino's fighting, which I've been a fan of Luis's for since he was in the World Series of Fighting. Even before that, when he was with MMA Masters. It's going to be a great show. Jake Brutal Boswick against Julian Lane. This time, I think the fight is he's gonna be able to punch someone square in the face a lot easier than he did last time, because that guy was so much taller than him. Like, he was literally swinging up to catch him. So, Julian and him are same size. So that's going to be a great fight as well. Yeah. And we mentioned it on our Instagram that he didn't want no smoke. Remember?
Who, Julian Lane?
No. Yeah. He said that Jake Boswick don't want no smoke a while ago. Yeah. So, that fight's coming to fruition. And there's also a girl fight on that.
Yeah. And it's what's her name? Chris Sweetheart. She's a good fighter.
Yeah. So Jake's fighting. That should be a really good fight. The main event, Joey Beltran versus Shoemaker. Sam Shoemaker's going to be a great event. The Fighting News is sponsoring a fighter at BKFC 18. His name is Bruce. I always say it wrong, but it's Luch Medial. Okay? He's fought with a bunch of local MMA events, and he's fighting. He fought the BKFC, the Toe the Line series. He fought on that, and he's fighting at the Hard Rock as well.
So they discovered him. So this is his big debut.
This is his big debut, and he's got a bunch of sponsors. He runs a podcast called Fake Black Belts. You guys check him out. He's really interesting guy. So the Fighting News.
Is he fighting a Is he fighting a debuter, or is he fighting somebody who's been there before at BKFC?
He's fighting a debuter, Edward Concepcion.
Okay.
He's fighting. And that should be a great fight. I mean, it's really exciting. I mean,
it's like 14 fights on the card, I think, altogether. This is their biggest card by far.
Yeah, and
14 fights.
And I forgot to mention, Kid Gotti's fighting also.
Yeah, we just found that out last night.
Yeah, so that's going to be.
He's fighting Travis Thompson.
Thompson,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so I mean, look, it's stacked. It's really stacked. And like and just to see Yuli again. I mean, that fight is each one of these fights could be a main event. Like, literally on the whole card. Like, you can have these fights as the main event because it's so exciting,
Well, now the pressure's on Monster because he has to beat his record with the knockout.
Yeah, I don't foresee that happening. I don't foresee that happening, but
yeah, we should have brought that up with Hector. Hector's got the record for the fastest knockout in Bellator history, I believe. It's like 6 seconds or something.
Yeah,
6 or 7, something like that.
I would actually like to see the guy Daniel Bonanito come back on. The guy who knocked out that Yuli knocked out in so quick. I'd like to see him actually fight bare knuckle, fight someone else, but I'd like to, see him fight because we really didn't see him fight.
No, he didn't have a chance to.
He didn't have a chance to. So I mean, I would bring him back just, to see if he could beat Yuli's record and knock someone else out.
Yeah, that record's gonna go unbroken for quite a while.
Yeah, for sure. So what else we got going on, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about this yesterday. This Saturday, Matt knows, this Saturday, there couldn't be any more boxing matches if there tried to be.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. I couldn't keep up. I was talking on the other show yesterday. I couldn't remember all the fights. I couldn't remember all the names of all the fighters anymore. So let's go through it again, Matt, what we know. So we know that your boy, Inoue, is fighting, right?
Yes.
Michaela Mayer is fighting. Are they on the same card? The two of them are on
They're on the same card, correct.
Yeah. And then you got Jermell Charlo. He's fighting. It's got to be on Fox card. He's fighting the belt. You've got see, I'm already losing my track thought here. Who else is fighting that night? Oh, Vasily Lomachenko is fighting on a separate card, right?
No, Lomachenko, I think, is fighting the following week. I think he's fighting the 26th on Top Rank. So,
and Tank is fighting what day?
Saturday
or next?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's just a lot going on.
There's so many. I'm trying to keep the local things on my radar too, as well as the as well as the big fights, and that's the one I'm looking forward to. Is anyway.
So we know that Lopez's fight card is off. We talked about that a couple days ago. We know that Michael Hunter's not going to be fighting. So forth. Kambosos doesn't have his fight.
Here's something I saw today. We were talking about Oscar De La Hoya, right? And why they didn't announce an opponent for him? They just did. Vitor Belfort on the next Triller card.
Really? He's going to fight him now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Apparently that.
Supposed to fight who?
What's that?
Belfort was supposed to fight who this Saturday?
He was supposed to fight on the Triller card. I don't know. They added him. He was a late addition. I forget who he's going to fight.
But now he's going to fight De La Hoya.
Now he's going to fight De La Hoya. It was no one of that fame,
Still July 3rd. Is that still the date they've got, or are they going to keep moving that date?
Yeah, it's July something, or the first week in July.
Okay, so I think July 3rd then. So that'd be interesting. So, but this Saturday, what we know is you got that local card down there in Miami that we've been talking about, right?
Yeah,
we spoke about it.
Yeah, and I just saw today that they got a different opponent from Melissa Parker. She was going to fight that Venom Rodriguez, whose BoxRec has her ranked number 1. The WBA has her ranked 1 or 2. She's a good fighter. That would have been a great fight. And I don't know what happened. I was trying to kind of figure it out. There was something on Instagram about Venom's team pulling out for some unknown medical reason, but supposedly Melissa's camp paid for Venom's last fight because it was supposed to be like a tune-up fight before the fight with Melissa, and they financed her last fight. I don't know about that. The source was kind of shady, some shady podcast or whatever. So it just seems kind of funny because there is a belt on the line. There's a IBO belt.
Everyone, smile. Smile.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah. Come on, smile.
No.
All right, we're in. So that's a wrap. I got these guys smiling. Matt smiling.
Yeah. So now
here, Mike Feinberg with the fighting news. I was going to tell Hector that the fighting news broke that Mayweather fight, but everyone knows already that the fighting news broke.
Look, we broke that news. We broke the news of
Hector Lombard entering BKFC. Broke that news.
Which one?
Hector Lombard joining BKFC.
Yeah. Oh, that was way back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, we're pioneers in this industry.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, good show. We have more BKFC guests coming on before the show. So, you guys like BKFC? Tune in. You can get it on the app, BKFC.TV app. Download the app, get the pay-per-view, get the app, and you can watch the fight for free on the app, or free or whatever. You have to pay for the app, but or buy your tickets from any of your local fighters. They're all They're all selling them. So let's go. Any last words?
Yeah, what Steve said, just do it. Go ahead. Do it all. Get the app. Watch us. Like us on subscribe to the channel.
Oh, you like, Matt. So follow us on thefightingnews.com. Sign up. You get all the great articles these guys write, Mike and Matt. Phenomenal articles. Every time they write a new article, you get it noticed in your inbox with a link to the article, and you can read all about these guys' great articles. Follow us on Instagram at _fighting_news, or you can just follow us on Twitter at @thefightingnews. And the greatest part about what we do is we interact with the fans. So we'll see you guys this weekend at Signature Punch boxing event. And we'll also see you guys at Bare Knuckle. And before Bare Knuckle, we'll see all the fight fans and boxing fans at
Golden
Boxing for the Golden Gloves to watch your future boxing Hall of Famers of America. Future superstars you can watch in the making at Palm Beach Boxing.
Did you get that, Mike?
I got that.
Future Hall of Famers.
That's right.
Of America.
Superstars of America.
This is what happens when Steve doesn't write stuff down. You need to tell us about this.
Even if I wrote it down, I wouldn't be able to see it unless I put my glasses on. So at the end of the day, Well,
Steve will probably have some gear, some merchandise for the fans attending Saturday night.
Ooh, good idea.
Good idea.
Good idea.
You were talking about
200 Fighting News masks to throw into the audience.
Yeah.
Is it mask mandatory? Do you know?
It is.
It is.
It said they were following all COVID. Yeah.
All COVID protocols. Masks.
Yeah. At least for the media. The media people have to. I'm sure the fans do.
That's for this Saturday's event, or talking about BKFC?
This Saturday. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the sound sounds so good when there's 3 people on their computer.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking about making shirts that say COVID free since 2020. The Fighting News. What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm not into that idea.
Okay.
No.
Nah. What about on the sleeve? COVID free since 1969.
No. No. You realize people have gotten very sick and lost their lives from this disease. We're not gonna. Nah.
You should get some shirts that say "I'm a true boxing fan" with the Fighting News on it, and give it out to only people that can answer trivia questions.
Trivia question. Oh, we got
right. I took the Fighting News trivia challenge.
We got an idea. The Fighting News insanity trivia. All right. You give them 3 questions, they get 1 right, or you give them 3 questions, they get 3 right. You give it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like if they don't get 3 for 3, they get a mask instead of shirt.
Mask for 2.
Right.
Right.
Who was Rocky Balboa's first opponent in the movies?
We can't answer. You're asking the fans, right?
No, I'm asking you guys because that's not a real boxing question.
His first opponent in the very first Rocky movie?
Yes.
Like in the ring against the
first guy he fought.
You mean not at the end of Rocky 1 where he fought a
No.
When we first saw him.
Yeah. I don't know, but I remember the guy gave him like $300 and said, "I'm taking out 100 for this. I'm taking out 100 for the locker. I'm taking out," and he gave him like $35.
Spider Rico.
Spider Rico.
Spider Rico was his name.
Yeah.
Remember, Mickey said, Spider Rico's a bum.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And Rocky's like, he's not a bum, he's a tough fighter.
More of a
Okay.
Rocky question, I think. Than
So questions like that.
You got to get immediate answers though. So what are we talking about? Because people are just going to Google search anything we ask them anyway, and they're going to come up with the answers and type them on.
No.
Hey, you put him on the spot at the event.
We're gonna go around. We're gonna go around with the camera. It's gonna be called. We'll figure out a name. TFN Sanity. TFN. We'll figure out a name. What we're calling it, and we're gonna ask them questions, and we're gonna have the camera.
How about the Fighting News trivia question?
What?
The Fighting News trivia question.
Yeah.
Right, Mike? That sounds good, you know?
Yeah.
And if you answer correctly, you'll win this mess.
Yep, and we're gonna go around with the camera, and we're gonna get the fans involved, and we're gonna do that for sure. We're gonna start by doing it this weekend. Mike, you down? You going? All right, let's end the show. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna talk amongst ourselves. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out at all the avenues at The Fighting News. That's where you find us. Do a Google search at The Fighting News. Boom. You'll see all the hard work that we put into this stuff and a lot of great pictures. Deuces. Say goodbye, Mike.
Night, everyone. Take care.
Adios, amigos.